Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing your love reading today for spring. So this is going to be focused on relationships. This is going to be about romantic relationships, love relationships, all that beautiful stuff. So let's get started. We have 4 groups here. We have group number 1 with the rose quartz, group 2 with the amazonite, group 3 with the blue lace agate, and group number 4 with the selenite. So I'm sorry about the lighting if it goes up and down, but I would like to use natural lighting today because it's springtime and it's very sunny. It is super sunny though. Let me just bring that lighting down a little bit. Okay, so thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you'd like to subscribe, please feel free to subscribe down below. And if you would like to check out my private reading rates, all that information is down below along with my crystal shop. Let's get started. Start with group number 1 with the sun and rose quartz. Hello group number 1, let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose the sun, which is so funny because it's so sunny right now. So let's get started with your reading. So I do feel for you guys is you're definitely bringing in a lot more of a lighter hearted energy into spring. I feel like you are much more flexible. I think you're feeling much more easier going, like you're able to really deal with things that come your way without kind of going back on what you kind of promised yourself. That's kind of what I'm feeling. And if there comes to be any relationships that come in, new relationships, then you're going to be more open-minded to different types of people that you probably wouldn't go for before. And the reason why you're more open-minded to them is because you want new experiences. You want to experience different things with different people. You don't want to just keep going around in the same cycle and just experiencing pretty much the exact same thing every single effing time. Like, it's so boring. And you want to experience new things. You want to, I feel, stretch yourself in a way where you feel more free. Like I feel like you're inviting a lot of free-spirited, free-minded people, especially a lot of Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius, that type of vibe. That's what I'm feeling from you. The sun is also Leo. Leo is such a bright energy. So I do feel like within springtime, whether you're feeling this or not, you are going to have quite a big radiating energy. So when it comes to attracting opportunities like work, I do feel like springtime will be very good for you. I think it'll be quite easy for you to attract work in and just new opportunities when it comes to meeting new people, whether it be through work or through something else. So let's get started. I hope you guys can see this okay. I'm going to put her there actually. Yeah, I hope you guys can see this okay. I wanted to use natural lighting today, so I'm sorry if it's really bright. But I can't fully see, so no, it doesn't look too bad. Okay, so we're going to pull out some more the original Rider-Waite Tarot, and I'm just going to see what comes out. I like to keep this nice and open today. I didn't want to kind of, you know, make it so there were certain questions. I feel like I just want to keep it open. So let's see group number 1 for springtime, and let's see what wants to come out. So we have the 3 of Cups. Let me bring this down slightly. Oh no, I think I like it like that. Okay, so we have the 3 of Cups. This is so nice. This is really nice. Okay, so some of you guys are definitely wanting more work. You're wanting something more to do with business. Let's bring this out a bit more. Give this a bit more room. Yeah, you guys definitely want some business. You want some new things to do with work. Work is definitely on your mind. Money and finances, things like that. So I would say that if you were to meet somebody, your finances would need to be in order first. Like, you'd need to have a stable career, or at least something where you're earning money every month and you're not too worried about when the money's coming from. So that's quite interesting there. Okay, and then we have the King of Swords. That's really nice. I think you're standing your ground. I think you're doing really well with your boundaries. And I also feel like you're doing really well with just expressing how you feel to people. I feel like you are doing really well with just letting people know, like, I'm not bullshitting around. I think you're going to also attract a really good boss and some really strong-minded people who you're going to find really comfortable to be around. Like, you're no longer afraid of like people who have a lot of passion. I feel like because within yourself you felt quite low or worried about putting yourself out there, putting yourself first, this feels very powerful, and that's why you're attracting some really powerful people in, because you're not afraid to be powerful. You're not afraid to tell people what it's really like. I do feel a little bit of heartbreak going on here, so I feel like I want to clarify. Let me grab my other card deck here. I want to clarify what's going on here, and let's get you one of these cards as well. Okay, let's get you one of these. This is the Beginner's Tarot. Knight of Wands, Justice. Okay, I think you're moving away from a situation that is to do with another person. I think it's to do with somebody who wasn't treating you well. I think they're actually more brokenhearted than you are. What I see is that you may have had to leave a job where you've had to leave some friends behind, or leaving school or something like that, and the environment you've had to change because your life is changing. And therefore, when your environment changes, what happens is you then have to then meet new people. You're kind of being forced to meet new people because your environment is changing. Your next opportunity, I'm not sure exactly what the opportunity is, but your next opportunity, I'm going to get some dice actually, just clarify this because I'm a bit confused. Let me get my dice. Where did I put my dice? There it is. Okay, can you just clarify this clarify the Three of Pentacles. So 3 is obviously a really good number for you right now. That's coming out really strongly. Yes, perfect. There we go. So we have the Sun in your 7th house, Virgo. So you could have Virgo in your 7th house. So it could be you actually do meet somebody through work. I feel your environment is changing. You don't want it to change, but it has to change. And therefore, it's going to bring you some new opportunities to meet some new people. I think it could be a new career. I think it could be new ways of bringing in new people into your career. So say if you work for yourself, you're going to create new opportunities that are going to come towards you, whether they're downloaded in your mind to give you ideas, or you're going to research about it, and then you're going to meet some new people. But basically you have to let go of the old way of being. So you may have thought, oh, I'm going to go into this job and I'm going to make friends in this way, and then life has a different idea. Life has a different idea. Okay, so how are they going to meet their friends? Yeah, I feel like you're going to meet friends first. One of them possibly going to be a Scorpio, and then you're going to meet a partner as well. So if you are ready, if the universe, and your soul is ready to meet a partner, I do feel like a relationship could be on the cards for you. I think they're probably going to be either a Virgo, Scorpio, Leo, or an air sign. So Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, or Scorpio. So there's quite a few signs there. But basically this person's really intense. They have very good morals. They are a leader. They most likely have their own business. And there's somebody who also likes to basically get shit done. There's somebody who could be your boss. They could be somebody who also owns their own business, and you really like that. So say if you work for yourself, you meet this person who also works for themselves, and you could collaborate, things like that. There's lots of like little opportunities that are going to come into your life, and I feel like it's not going to be too far away. I think you just got to not force anything. Like the Sun really says, like, it's already there, like you don't have to force anything. It really is just about your own timing. And I think when it comes to meeting new people, don't feel like you can't not meet people just by sitting on your butt, because at the end of the day, if you're meant to meet these people, you will, no matter if you're in your house or if you're at work. So we have make time for self-love. This is what you're learning right now. So like I say, you may feel like you have to force to meet people. You may feel like you have to force yourself into these situations, but you actually don't. That's kind of like the opposite. What you need to do is basically focus on what makes you happy, what brings you joy, and anything light, like light emotions, light energy. So let's see what else you guys need to know. Let's pull these cards away. Put all these away. Oh, that sun is so hot. Hot, hot, hot. Okay. All right, let's get you a couple of oracle cards. I'm going to pull one from the Threads of Fate. Let's bring this down a little bit. We have shadow. Yeah, a lot of your shadows are coming out. You're definitely being like kind of forced to do things that are really uncomfortable for you. And I know you don't want to, obviously, because it is uncomfortable. But these two cards, we have shadow and ancestors. Those two are really important. What I feel is that your key to love and relationships, your key to getting into a relationship that really serves you and makes you feel good, is to start getting really comfortable with understanding your ancestral trauma. Like, what do your family tell you you have to do? What are they teaching you that you don't believe in? You feel like possibly you have to do, but you don't believe in it. Say they want you to do a certain career, or they want you to be in a certain type of relationship, be with somebody who's a certain type of religion. Things like that. Like, if that's not suiting you, you're not meant to do that. So really look at that and honor that. That's who you are. That, like, you're meant to be different. You're not meant to be like your family. Okay, so let me get you a couple of other cards. Ground yourself, hematite, lovely. This is really, really nice. You guys are really worrying. I'm picking up a lot of anxious energy from this group. Sunstone, take pleasure in things you do. Exactly. I know it can be really annoying to be in your joy, because sometimes we have to be really practical and life can get really uncomfortable. But honestly, your best option right now is to try and do things that make you, that is the most easiest option for you, because you're in charge of your opportunities. Like you are, and there will be opportunities that come towards you, especially if you're going out your comfort zone. The universe and your soul loves getting out of this comfort zone. Your ego doesn't, but you like to get out your comfort zone. Like, that is your soul's journey. So what I feel for you is you need to meet new people. You have to put yourself in new situations. So if you want to meet these people and these friends and this partner, I generally feel like you've got to start choosing the sort of job that you'd like to do that really suits you, like that really lights you up and makes you feel safe. And if it's not a job, it could literally be a just an opportunity for you to get comfortable with expressing your ideas and being who you really are. So that is your reading for the springtime. I do feel also it's really about enjoyment, like doing anything that you enjoy. And I know that sounds really kind of like, oh, that's not helpful information, but anything that brings you joy, even if it's little things, life is just going to feel a little bit easier. Like, that's probably the best advice I can give right now. So that is your reading. Have a great day. Rates and crystals shot are below, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Let's get started with your reading. So hopefully you can see the card. Okay, so we have the Ace of Cups today. So the Ace of Cups for you guys is wish fulfillment. I feel like a lot of you guys are going to get exactly what you've asked for. I genuinely feel like that for you guys. You guys really have been wanting a relationship for probably a very long time. I think a lot of you guys have been wishing and waiting. I feel like a lot of you guys have, been single for a long time. I keep seeing you and I keep seeing the word single. Like, I keep hearing I'm single, I'm single, I'm single. But I'm hearing like you need to stop associating yourself with being actually single. Like, yeah, you might not have a relationship right now, but being single isn't a bad thing. Being single just means that you're not in a relationship with a romantic partner. Like, it doesn't actually say anything about your worth. It's just a status. So I'm hearing, I want to get that straight. That's what it is, okay? So don't ever feel like you are not worthy, there's something wrong with you, all that stuff. I don't think like that. So what I'm seeing for you is your attitude towards yourself and your self-esteem is really going to change in the next few months. I feel by about May time, and this is a timeless reading, so if you feel like, if you come across this reading not in springtime or in spring in another year, then I just feel like May is like really good for you guys. So if this is a timeless reading for you guys and you've seen this at a different time, I generally feel like about 2 to 3 months time, things are going to feel very different. I think you're going to possibly be in a different environment. I think you're possibly going to be in a different house. I think you could be in a different job. I definitely think that your life is going to pretty much change and shift. So that feels amazing. So let's put this little guy over here and then let's get you some more tarot cards. I love using the Rider-Waite Tarot. It makes me so happy. It's like such a witchy vibe for myself. Okay, so here we go. This is basically what's happening. You guys are making some very strong decisions to realise where your happiness is. Is your happiness being taken away by other people's decisions for you? Are people trying to make decisions for you? That kind of vibe. I feel like a lot of people around you have very strong opinions, and that doesn't mean that they're right. I will say that. Just because someone's dramatic and they're trying to get their, they're trying to be seen and they're trying to be obvious, the loudest person in the room always gets noticed, but it doesn't mean they're doing it in the right way. I feel for you guys is there's definitely some shifts around your boundaries and just not putting up with any shit anymore. I think you're going to manifest something easy. And I genuinely feel for some of you, not everyone, but for some of you guys, I actually see you meeting somebody new and you feel less captured. That's what they're saying to me. You feel less restricted. You're going to have an offer of a new relationship coming in for some of you guys. And what this is going to teach you is that you don't know things are always going to happen. Like, they're literally saying you don't expect this is going to happen. So you might feel really uncomfortable and restricted. If you are ready, if like your soul and the universe is like, yeah, they're ready, then I feel like this person is going to really help you and encourage you to pursue the thing that you really want. So say you really want a career and then you get a relationship instead. That person could be the catalyst to meeting the job that you would like. So say if they are, you know, you go to the gym and they're a fitness trainer, and then you then become a fitness trainer, you do yoga, and then you both end up working for each other or something like that. Like, there's a connection here that's being made because of this person is coming into your life. Like, their energy is encouraging you to move forward. I feel like for some of you guys, it could be you want to travel. You end up then traveling with this person. Okay, I'm just going to adjust the lighting as we go along. Sorry guys if the lighting has to keep changing. But yeah, it feels really positive. It feels like there's nothing really here that's saying you can't happen. It just feels like because you can't see it, you think it's not going to happen. That's basically what's going on here. Okay, so let's get you a couple more cards and let's see about any new connections in your life. Any new connections coming into your life? Is there any new connections? Any new connections? Okay, so we've got the Empress. We have light. Oh my god, that's so nice. I went to say lovely and nice at the same time, and I said lice. Lice. High Priestess. The Moon. Oh, you guys are just focusing on yourself right now. I'm hearing I want there to be a new person. I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm really trying to see if there's anybody around you. Ah, you're in the dating phase. That's what it is. As soon as that person came out, I heard dating phase. I see you're not going to have a committed relationship in spring. I don't see you being like, oh, I'm in a solid relationship, this is my partner. Like, you probably could meet them at the end of spring, going into summer. Like, that's going to be how you meet them. And basically, this person's going to be a leader. They're going to be somebody who has their own business or is very financially well off, and you are like, hell yeah, that is what I need in my life right now. Sorry guys, it's going to keep moving up and down. And basically, your life is going to change within a couple of weeks. So when you're ready for this, you will be ready. Like, the universe is going to grant you your wish. So I feel right now you are kind of clinging on to control because you don't know what's happening, you don't know what's going on in your life. But it's not gonna be like that for very long. I generally feel like it's gonna be probably like that for another couple of weeks, and then something's gonna shift. So if you are ready to meet somebody, I feel like a lot of you will, especially with this King of Wands. A lot of you guys, I'm hearing the advice is to focus on your Aries side. So if you are at Aries, that's even better. So focus on where your Aries is in your chart and really work on that. So say if it's your moon, you're working on feeling your emotions. If it's your sun, it's focusing on getting seen and being heard. If it's in your Saturn, it's about how do you deal with change? How do you deal with conflict? Things like that. So let's see how you're going to meet this new person or any new people coming into your life. How are they meeting them? One thing I want to say is letting your hair down more. You're letting your hair down more. You're not afraid of people seeing you with your hair down, like literally with your hair down. You're not afraid to just really let people see you authentically for who you are. So we have Leo, Mars, 12th house. Once you guys have worked on a fear or some sort of shadow work, that's going to be how you meet this person. It's going to be super, super easy, okay? Let's bring that up again. It's going to be super, super easy for you. It's going to feel like nothing. So when you're actually watching this video, I feel like there's a little bit of trauma that needs to come out. That's basically what's being asked of you, is to work through the trauma that you're being asked to work on. So any shadow work or any type of therapy would be really, really good for you right now. And when you actually work on that, then you're going to meet this new person and it's going to be absolutely amazing. So let's get you some new cards and let's sort this lighting out. Okie dokie. So let's see any other information about your love life. The fact we have Leo is showing me you're probably going to meet someone with Leo Mars. You're probably going to meet someone who isn't afraid to have fun, who isn't afraid to experiment and try new things. You're going to meet the next person you're going to meet, whether it be a friend or a partner. I feel like they're going to have such a good spirit and a good energy, and they're going to be somebody who's excitable. Okay, so we have body, nourish, connection, self-awareness. Be aware of what your body needs right now. Self-care, healing, movement, love, boundaries, or energy protection. So you're being asked right now by the universe and by your higher self to basically get comfortable with having strong boundaries around what you're putting up with in your connections, because you've got somebody coming in who's so fun and so playful that any negative people are just going to go. Like, you're not even going to be interested in being around them anymore. You're just going to be like, ugh, boring. Boring. Okay, we have let it go, smoky quartz. Yeah, you're struggling to let go of the past. I feel like this is to do with an old version of you. I think it's to do with restriction. You've been restricted a lot. And you're basically used to being restricted by people. So I think what's happening is having somebody coming into your life who's really free and open. I think I have a hair on my thing, sorry. So free and open is going to be weird for you. Release any emotional baggage. Yeah. This is really nice though. This feels really freeing. There's a lot of fears that are coming out, but it feels really, really good. So let's see what else we have here. Let's get you another advice card. New moon in Leo, shine. New moon in Aquarius, open to change. That is so nice. I feel for you is you are getting ready for change. And one thing I don't feel like you have been taught is to actually how to deal with change. For you, you'll have basically the main theme for you is the 12th house. Once you're over the 12th house, once you've done the 12th house, which is therapy, shadow work, healing fears, once you've done with that, then you go into the first house, which is basically you feeling free and comfortable to be yourself. So what I'm feeling for a lot of you guys is you're getting really comfortable with being your true self. And when you do that, you're not going to basically put up with anything less than that. You're not even going to be interested in it. So what I see is by the time I'm picking up on June or July, you could be around you're going to be around some people who you're really comfortable with. And I'm seeing you doing like drum ceremonies and things like that with them. But you feel really good with them. You feel really, really comfortable. There's like one tiny cloud in the sky right now. It keeps messing up the lighting. I'm so sorry, guys. But yeah, it feels really good. I feel like there's someone from a Japanese background, because this looks like cherry blossom. I don't think it is, but I'm looking at cherry blossom, and cherry blossom to me, I always think of Japan. So there could be somebody who's from Japan who comes into your life. Yeah, it feels really, really good. I feel like it's very open-ended. I feel there's a lot of things I'm not saying, but it really is very open-ended for you guys. There's a lot of things that you're not really meant to know right now. So I'm sorry if that's not what you want to hear, but there is a lot of things that are coming towards you that are going to be a surprise. I do see a partner coming in though, and it's like really, really, really not expected at all. There we go. And I think it's going to be somebody from either abroad or somebody where you've had to travel. You're not in your hometown when you meet this person. Like I say, it could be a friend or a partner as well. So we have Pluto as well. Pluto's like moved into Aquarius recently, so that could really like give you an oomph to change your scenery, change your environment, change the way you act around certain people. Basically, Pluto says no more restriction. I'm done with being restricted. So that is your reading. I know it's very vague. I'm sorry. I tried to be more kind of precise, but it's really difficult because a lot of the energies right now are just so like changeable. But I hope that still makes sense. So thank you so much for watching. Rate and crystals shot up below, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Let's get started with your reading. So you guys chose the Lovers with the blue lace agate. So I feel like you guys are very much ready for love. I feel like you're ready to expand yourself outside of your usual area. So say you always go towards a certain person, say like an unemotional person, people who don't want to commit, somebody who's already got a partner, something like that. Like you are naturally drawn to a certain type of person. So I feel like you're ready to go out of your realm because of the work you've been doing. I feel like you've done a lot of mental work, a lot of physical work. I feel like you have been really, really good at focusing on your body and your mind and things like that. So let's see what's going on, and let's see what cards want to come out. Okay, so we have a Judgment, Knight of Swords, the High Priestess, we have the Four of Swords. So you're feeling very restricted. You're not used to people making the effort for you in connections, okay? I do see around, I think it's actually going to be around summertime that you meet this person. I don't think it's going to be spring. Yeah, because I see that you're having to let go of an old kind of connection, or yeah, just an old version of yourself. So it will take a little bit of time, a little bit of grieving space. You can't just hop from one relationship to another. And I'm hearing, this is literally what my guides are saying. They're like, yeah, I'm talking to you, Geminis. Like, I'm sorry. I know it's not all Geminis, but I think that's really funny. Okay, so yeah, that's basically what I'm feeling for you guys. It's like this sense of you can't just hop from one thing to another. You do have to give yourself some breathing room. And I'm hearing this really is going to be a connection that you've wanted. So I know you've been putting in a lot of work to kind of get a conscious relationship coming in. That's definitely what I feel for you. You've been in hermit mode pretty much, well, for the last like 10 years, I feel. And you're kind of done with feeling like a hermit now. So what I see is there's a big jump that you're going to make. So let's have a look and see what's going on. Let's see. What's this Knight of Swords? We have the Sun and the Queen of Wands. This feels like a new version of yourself coming out. And we have the Four of Swords, the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, you're feeling like really frustrated because you're thinking, I have to put in work to meet somebody. You have to put work into yourself, but you shouldn't have to do anything to meet anyone. Like, that is artificial. It's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like just forcing something to work. It's kind of like when you're trying to force something to grow. You can't force something to grow. You have to let it grow naturally, and you have to be okay with letting things be like that. So I think at the moment, the only thing that's holding you back from feeling good right now is not having a relationship. It's actually your lack mindset. Like, you focus on things that you can't control. You focus on things that you can't manage, and it's because you've been taught to do that. So what I see is you have or are going through a big, big emotional shift. And you are getting ready to re-enter the world as a new version of yourself, which is really, really good. So yes, you will feel a bit uncomfortable right now because you are just feeling generally very burnt out because you've got a lot going on. Especially with Pluto going into Aquarius, that is a lot. And then I do see underneath all of the stuff you've gone through, this is the sort of person you're going to end up with, is someone who's fiery, someone who's ready to be in a connection with you, who is so fucking ready. Like, this person feels like an Aries, an Aquarius. They feel really high vibe. They feel so amazing. And they also are definitely the sort of person that you want to have in your life. They've got the lifestyle that you really like. So it could be a certain type of religion, spirituality. It could be they're a fitness person. It could be that they are very much into personal health. Both of you have something in common that you both like. And yeah, you get on really well. I wouldn't say this is expected, this partnership. I think it's very much unexpected. So, you know, let's see possibly how you could meet this person if they were to come into your life around about no more than 5 months time, I don't feel. So I know this is a spring relationship reading, but I generally feel like this is going to be in summer. When you meet them, it could be in Gemini season as well, in May. And then we have the third house and we have Neptune. Yep, I feel like it's not going to be difficult to meet this person. Basically, your job is to feel comfortable in your own skin. So that is something we actually avoid, and it can be really difficult. So that's why you're having to do it, because if you're going to be in a relationship that's committed, you don't want to be uncomfortable because you're just going to end up ending the connection because it's asking too much of you, especially if you're used to attracting very unemotional partners. Like, you've got to become emotional yourself. You've got to be comfortable with being emotional. And the Lovers here, I can't remember, the Lovers were ruled by Gemini. I can't remember off the top of my head, But what I'm feeling is Gemini is definitely around your energy. So I feel like you could be around a Gemini, you could be attracting in a Gemini, but what it is you're being asked to travel, short-term travel, commune with people online, and to do anything to do with spirituality that brings you to a higher level of yourself, like makes you feel good about yourself. Anything from meditation to starting a group with people to joining a group. All of that stuff will bring you to this person, because that is who you are. As long as you're enjoying yourself, you're on the right track. All the time you're not enjoying yourself, then you're just kind of trying to pretend to be somebody you're not. So let's see. I'm seeing also that you don't want to be, having more fun. This randomly just came out, the 5th house. I feel like you're trying to force yourself to be somebody you're not. Like you're trying to be your parents, or you're trying to get recognition from your family, and it's like, how about you just focus on making yourself happy right now? Okay, yeah, exactly. Right now we've got heal and hold. So right now you are working for a lot of baggage, which is a lot. It says pain and trauma may deliver life lessons, heal past wounds with forgiveness to love to move forward. What are you holding on to? Let go of burdens, fears, traumas, emotional baggage, and limiting beliefs and other people's opinions. Yep. You are coming into your life purpose and you're getting really comfortable with moving forward. I feel like wherever you're going, if you're scared, you're going to be supported on the other side, like you generally are. When things are scary, it's because you're meant to be supported on the other side. Why would you not be? Why would you be completely abandoned, you know? I feel like your journey right now is to not force meeting anyone, not forcing creating connections, nothing like that. Yep, embrace the flow of life. If things don't feel comfortable, it's probably because you're meant to pull back a little bit. If you're trying to force things to work, it's because you're trying to force things, and you're getting met with resistance, you know? We have believe in your good luck, we have open to change. If things aren't working, it's because they're not meant to work in the way you want them to work. Okay, I know that's so frustrating, but that's kind of what you're learning right now. Here we go. All of it is getting you to be open-hearted with yourself. And what that means is focusing on your happiness, your dreams, your goals, your stuff, not anyone else's stuff, not people-pleasing for other people, not making sure everyone else is okay. It's about your journey. How do you feel about your life, and how do you get to being happy? Because there's some action that needs to be taken. I think it is literally going to change like that. I think one day you will just go to a class that you suddenly want to go to, that you feel attracted to go to. Your person is there and you're like, let's talk to this person, without even really thinking about it. And then it's your man or your woman. And you're like, okay. And you don't expect it whatsoever. Okay, so let's get a couple more cards. Let's see what else wants to come out. So I'm going to look at the threads of fate. Is there anything that group number 3 needs to know about their love life? We got Aries, 8th house, Venus. Somebody could have, you or this person, I think it's your person, possibly has 8th house Venus. They could have Venus in the 8th house. They could have Venus in Aries. They could also be in Aries. Basically what they're saying is to manifest this person, or to possibly help manifest this person, be bold in getting intimate with yourself. If you want to get intimate with your life, you got to start living it for you. Like, don't do things because somebody's said you got to do it. Like, if it's feeling wrong in your body, it's because you're not meant to do it. Okay, I know that it's feeling really weird and probably very uncomfortable right now, but genuinely, when you meet your person, you're going to be so happy that you've done all the things you did, because I can see you in the future possibly. And what I see is you are holding your hand with your person and you're really comfortable with them. And it's only because basically your life has felt like you've been taught that restriction is exactly what you need to do to make things happen. You have to be restricted, you have to be uncomfortable, you have to force stuff. And that is not it, sis. That is not how it works, okay? So we have the void, and that's basically what's happening right now. You're like, I have no idea where I'm going. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea. And that's basically the only thing you can know, is you have no idea. And they're saying, great, because Aries, once they know what they're doing, they get attracted to it. It's literally like a black and white feeling. It's like one day you're sitting on your couch feeling really low, and then like that, you're in you know, a different country doing a career you really enjoy because you've suddenly been drawn to do that. So really listen to your intuition. When you get those intuitive hits, listen to them, okay? Being the observer, what are you thinking about on a day-to-day basis? Who are you around? Yep, I genuinely feel your person is very, very close because it goes in 3 steps. It's like not knowing what you're doing to then getting intuitive hits once the planets start to change and start to open up a little bit more and help us with our intuition, and then you meet your person. I genuinely feel like you're going to be intuitively guided to your person. I don't think it's going to be difficult. I think it's actually going to be really easy. And the same with friends. I think your friends will come naturally into your life as well. It really is about listening to your emotions and your inner child. Because if your inner child is going to rely on other people to feel good, then you're never going to meet the right people because you're going to be desperate. You're going to want to be friends with anyone who comes your way. You're not going to be discerning. You need to be discerning. Because if there's people that aren't good for you, you don't want to be around them. You don't want to go backwards. No, 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 sis. No, no, no. I'm hearing that song, that Status Quo song from High School Musical, where it's like, no, 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 stick to the stuff you know. Okay, I want to get one more card. There we go. Intuitive. That just sums it up. Let's get another one. I like this game. Oh, look at this. These just fell out. I'm going to show you guys these ones. We have faith, boundaries, strength. If you are feeling really confused and weird right now, you're not alone. A lot of people are feeling like this, okay? Thank you so much for being here. My rates and crystal shop are below, and I will speak to you very, very soon. Bye. Hello, grid number 4. Let's get started with your reading. You guys chose the Star card. I love that. Star card is really nice. It's basically about divine timing and letting things just happen as they are. So that's really good. It also is about Aquarius. So it's to do with things balancing themselves out and basically just taking your life as naturally as possible. And I feel for you is I'm really being asked to say, like, really focus on what vitamins you're taking. Make sure you're drinking enough water. Make sure you're saging yourself and you are getting grounded. Nothing about distraction is good for you at the moment. Like anything to do with distraction, it's just not serving you. So anything that is taking away your attention, and obviously distraction can be good, but not all the time. Not all the time. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what's happening for group number 4 in their love life. Okay. So there's something that you are focusing on right now to manifest a goal. I think it's to do with career. I think it's to do with work. I'm hearing it's taking longer than what I thought it would. And I'm hearing, yeah, that's normal. I think you're going to meet some new people very soon in spring. I think you're going to meet some people that really light you up and they see you for who they are, for who you are, because they are regulated in their emotions. These people really, really see you for who you are, okay? You guys have got a really nice reading. You've not really had a lot of friends for quite a while. So this is going to be quite an uncomfortable process for you at the start. It's going to feel like, oh, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Maybe I'm doing this, maybe I'm doing that. But then the magician underneath basically says, girl, you got everything. Like, you are enough. And if people don't like you, don't be around them. Like, maybe you've had to be around a lot of people who don't appreciate you, but it's not natural to do that. A lot of the time it comes from our family, and a lot of family members get triggered by people and they lash out and they say nasty stuff and they treat you like rubbish. That's not normal, okay? Those people are hurting. That was never, ever, ever to do with you. You are beautiful. So really be conscious about who you're choosing to be around. And I feel like there's a lot of new friendships coming in. When it comes to relationships, I don't see a relationship coming in spring. Sorry guys, but I don't see it for you guys. There may be, of course. I am not an all-knowing oracle, but if there is somebody that wants to come in, then they will definitely be somebody who invites a lot of thinking for you, especially when it comes to your past. They're going to make you think about your past, and they're going to make you think like, oh wow, I really did put up with a lot of shit. I'm just seeing who this person is. So this person could easily be a Capricorn. You can meet this person through a new work endeavour, and it could be through something to do with art. So it could be you're working at a stall and they are also working at a stall, and you know, or you both are artists, both singers. They could also be a Virgo, and they could be a Virgo Mars or Capricorn Mars. Okay, this is somebody who has very high standards, and when I say high standards, I mean they've just got really good boundaries. Like there's somebody who will not be messed around. I feel like you could definitely meet your new friends, your new person through a creative start. So it could be a work opportunity, it could be a hobby, a class, an online group. It could literally be anywhere. As long as you are excited and you're curious and you are having fun, that is going to be how you meet this person, and it feels really good and really super easy. Okay, so let's see what else wants to come through. So let me clear these cards here. I really like the fact that we have a lot of red, because this is to do the root chakra. You feel really, really safe with these people. I want to tell you, like, when you're when you're around people, don't shrink yourself. Like, that's basically what you've kind of been taught to do. It's just pretend, just to kind of fit in. It's not normal. It's not normal to have to be like that all the time. That's not a normal way of being. If you have to pretend, it's like, what gives you the idea that those people are the right people to pretend to be like? Those people have already got their own personality. Why would you want to be like them? It's just a waste of your time, you know? Okay, so your journey right now is to get as much knowledge as possible. I'm going to bring you out a little bit. There we go. Is to get as much knowledge as possible. So I want you to possibly try some new groups or anything where if there's knowledge involved and you want to learn something new, go for it. Any courses, any groups, things like that. And don't do it to meet new people. Do it because you're curious about it. Do it because you're excited about it. This is about you. This isn't about meeting new people. These people naturally gravitate towards you if you're excited about what you do. You basically have felt very blocked recently. You felt like things have not been going your way, and that's okay. It's okay that things aren't going your way, because right now you're kind of in between. You're kind of in limbo. So you're not really meant to meet the person you're meant to be with yet, because that person's also going through a lot of shit. I'm actually hearing I'm around my ex, or I can't let go, or something like that. So you wouldn't want to be around this person anyway. So we also have honour your feelings, and we have speak your world into being. Anything to do with the throat chakra and the crown is super important for you. Your journey right now is to relax. Is to relax as much as possible. If people are giving you stress, walk the fuck away from them. They don't know you. They don't know you enough to really give you their opinion. And if they do know you and you like their opinion, great. But if people are naysayers and they're negative and they're like, that dream's not going to come true, you can't do that, don't be around people like that. They're not going to help you. So with this first quarter moon in Pisces and speak your world into being first quarter moon in Gemini, these two are basically saying this is about you getting comfortable with trying new things. You have never really had new friends for probably quite a long time, so it will take a little bit of time to meet these people, but when you do, you're going to feel so appreciated. That's then going to give you a boost, and then you're going to start to be more confident, and then you're going to meet your person, and you're not even going to give a shit at that point. You're going to be like, I don't really care about meeting somebody new. You're not really going to care. It's just going to come very, very natural to you. You're just going to be like, oh, okay, and then your person comes along and you're like, oh. Like, there's no real big feelings like, oh my god, I can't believe you came along, you know, this is going to change my life. It's like you just, you know, you're just loving being you, which is great. I also see the next friend you meet is probably going to be someone quite tall, tall and blonde. I'm not sure if they're true blonde or if they're dyed, their hair is dyed, but I see this person being tall and blonde. So we have the crown and we have the throat. So anything to do with amethyst, blue lace, agate, anything like that, using those will really help you. I feel like a lot of you guys struggle to speak your truth in groups because you've been silenced a lot in your life. Just because you've been silenced before, that isn't actually who you are. Those are just the people that you've subjected yourself to be around, because that's probably what you thought you had to be around. You are allowed to have opinions. You're allowed to say how you feel. And if people don't like it, well, they're probably not the right people to be around, because if they can't handle you having emotions and feelings, then they need to have some therapy. That is not a good thing to say, but I'm just going to say it honestly, because at the end of the day, some people just need therapy to get it out. Because if they're affecting people and they're making people miserable, that's not fair, okay? Just walk the fuck away. Okay, let's get you guys some guidance. Let's see. So I do see somebody coming in, but yeah, we have fate. I mean, of course we have fate, because you had the star card. Your relationship is up to fate. Your partnership is coming in fatedly. So it's not going to be yet, but it is asking you to take some risk. I know it's going to take some time, but when you start to realise, when you take one little step forward, you're going to be like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Like, you are, as long as you're doing things that are fun and you're not doing it just to meet people or whatever. Because at the end of the day, if you're doing something to meet people, then you might be disappointed. You don't want that. You don't want to fall backwards. So what I see is that I feel like you're in hermit mode as well. I feel like you're you're feeling like you're going backwards, but you're not. And then we have the universe. So basically you have a lot of opportunities and you have a lot of options that are going to come towards you. It's just going to take a little bit of time. I want you to try and experiment with your creativity. I want you to possibly try and look into making money out of something you're really good at, or doing something that, you know, you really like. Like, don't be afraid to just really experiment. I know, you know, we all need money and things like that, but it is worth just trying something on the side. Even doesn't matter if you're making money out of it or not. Just, I want you to try something new that's creative. When you get that download and you're like, oh, I could try this. There we go. Get out your comfort zone. It could be singing. It's something to do with your throat chakra. There we go. Time to transform. You are naturally good at that thing. I don't know what it is, but I'm hearing you are naturally good at that. And I think you know that you're naturally good at it, because otherwise, you know, you wouldn't be thinking about it. You might be you may be thinking about it right now, and you're like, oh yeah, I'd like to try that. And this is your confirmation to go for it. So any way of how you're going to meet any new people coming in, I don't think it's a partnership. They're saying no. I think it's going to be it's going to be friends, but yeah, okay. So basically you're learning how to be patient on your journey. You may tend to rush into new things. You may tend to rush trying new things. I don't want you to rush it. There's no rushing here. I know it probably feels like it, but you don't actually have to rush this new opportunity. We have Virgo, which is all about slow, hard work. And then we have Saturn, which is also about slow, hard work. And then we have number 3, which is the 3rd house of Gemini. So however you're going to meet these people, you're going to naturally be able to speak to them. You're going to naturally have some really interesting conversations, and it's going to be really, really freeing and nice. So that's going to be really good. It's basically going to start with having some nice people around you who are going to get you confident, and then you're going to meet someone new. Because I genuinely feel like if you were meant to meet someone right now, it wouldn't work out, and it wouldn't be long term. Unless you don't want long term, then that's different. But I don't feel like this person would be the right person for you. I think you would easily go for anyone that comes into your life. You wouldn't actually think, is this somebody I'd want to be with long term? You just go towards them because maybe you're feeling uncomfortable or lonely or whatever, which is okay. But at the end of the day, if you actually do want to commit a relationship, you've got to be committed to yourself and actually what you really want, because you may have dealt with a lot of disappointment and a lot of grief, and that's okay. It's okay to be in that moment. It will pass. You're not going to be there forever. Yeah, beautiful. Letting go of other people's burdens. I feel like a lot of you guys take on other people's emotions, and it can be really heavy for you. So that's something you'll learn to let go of. It's like, no, I'm not taking this on anymore. This is your shit. You got to deal with it. Your karma, not my problem. So that is your reading. Have a great day. Rates and crystals show up below, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.